Level 1, Free Tier Builder. At 19, you watch the dorm router blink red while $300 a month barely lands. You push code on the second-hand laptop under vending machine glare. With a cracked phone hotspot, you patch login after campus Wi-Fi drops. Classmates test the tiny app after you trade them pizza slices. You label free credits on neon sticky notes at the folding table. The resident advisor guards the plastic key while you argue for router access. You compress image folders to stretch the free storage longer. Between lecture slides, donation messages pile up and you answer them on the cracked tablet. You plug the borrowed monitor into the stickered laptop. Freelance fixes buy server minutes because early donations buy no comfort. You restart the crashed instance from the cafeteria line. At the whiteboard, hallway complaints push you to rewrite sign-up. You watch a campus influencer send live users into the tiny app. Error alerts stack and you bolt upright in tangled blankets.
You beg the roommate for silence during the deploy. Ramen cups crowd the keyboard cable while your hands keep moving. You throttle requests before the free database locks. From the laundry room bench, the washer spins while you refresh uptime. You watch free credits expire before the traffic spike. In the stairwell, payment failure makes you slam the metal rail. You ask the early user for patience during the crash. To keep login alive, you kill background jobs. The donation button pays only after strangers trust the tiny app. You upgrade to the blue switch keyboard on the folding table. Beside the taped Ethernet cable, you sleep near the dorm router. Morning pressure makes you tear the credit chart and price real hosting. Level 2, Freelance Cloud Fixer. At 22, a dead ordering tablet freezes a kitchen, and you clear $4,500 a month. You ride between broken storefront systems while gripping the rideshare door handle. At the bakery menu board, you migrate the site off failing hosting. Owners call during checkout failures, and you charge hourly emergencies. You explain downtime while the restaurant owner grips the chef towel. On the repair counter, you unzip the proper toolkit. You label cables in the dusty network closet. At the dental terminal, the office manager watches while you restore the deleted database from Snapshot. You run backups on the pocket hotspot after office internet dies. Before morning patients, the dentist points at the exam room clock and demands certainty. You swap DNS records beside the humming mini-fridge. At the repeat client, you wear the embroidered hoodie. You test restore jobs before promising backup safety. The monitoring chime gives you time before owners notice damage. You take a panic call in the wet bus shelter. At the candy rack, the shopkeeper haggles while you hold price. Kitchen staff read online orders from tablet rows across the line. Duplicate tickets pour from the printers, and you laugh too sharply. You roll back the plug-in before the lunch rush. At the server shelf, you wipe dust with your sleeve. You face blame for the broken checkout plug-in outage. Outside the shop, you clutch the sealed half-paid envelope. You refuse free extra work at the cracked counter bell. Owners buy uptime because lost orders scare them more than repair invoices. You open the refurbished business laptop in the quiet lobby. At the storefront window, you tape emergency uptime packages over help ads. Level 3. Pager SRE. Not long past graduation, you reach 25 and pull $12,000 a month through dinner shifts. You badge into the glass incident room before midnight. Engineers project a red outage map with failing regions across the wall. You roll back the bad deploy under senior eyes. You face the product lead at the release countdown clock. Customers renew when teams keep systems running, so on-call pay climbs. You hang certification badges beside the reserved station. From bed darkness, Slack alerts light the phone, and you answer. You tune autoscaling before the traffic wave peaks. Black headphones seal the open floor, while your hands keep working. You argue rollback timing with the release manager on speakerphone. Behind the escort, you cross the data center aisle. You trace latency through the network topology display. In the airport lounge, you open the company laptop. You drink burnt coffee while the incident timer counts. At the turnstile gate, the security guard blocks you. You join a video call wall filled with engineers across time zones. After the girlfriend leaves, you stare at the empty restaurant chair. You freeze in the rain beside the buzzing screen. Threshold changes silence the alert storm after you tighten them. You check dashboards beside the rolling suitcase. Sleep vanishes from the on-call calendar as you confront endless escalation gaps. You step past founders toward the incident screen. Owners profit while employees rescue the platform. You study the glowing architecture diagram nobody pays you to own. By dawn, the team trusts your fixes more than the release plan. Level 4, MVP Founder. At 27, you stare at the co-working monitor with $35,000 a month on the books. You rehearse the founder demo beside stacked folding chairs. During live onboarding, a new user trips the sign-up bug, and you trace it. You prop the laptop stand on the upside-down milk crate. At the expired trial badge, you argue pricing with the founder. Cancellations hit the borrowed meeting room phone, and you answer each one. You tap the matte company card for observability tools. With the contractor watching, you patch the slow query. You tape cloud invoices beside the rising revenue chart. At the feature sketch, the loud client pushes for custom work, and you refuse. You walk setup through the cramped client office projector. Teams renew monthly for hosted workspaces, so subscriptions pay the bills. You run the live product at the podium as demo night founders crowd closer. After hours, you badge contractors into the co-working space. You debate cloud architecture at the kitchen counter. A cheap lapel mic clips to your shirt, and you record onboarding clips. You isolate failed webhooks from the customer workspace. New subscriptions lag, and the oversized cloud bill outpaces them. You face the co-founder demanding equity before deployment work. Outside, you grip the concrete stairwell railing. You read churn notes beside empty coffee cups. From hallway carpet tile, the canceling customer answers, and you make the call. You open the aluminum laptop before the contractor stand-up. Overnight pressure forces you to move heavy customers onto separate queues. You laugh too sharply when the green build lamp comes on. Recurring renewals fill the calendar, and you leave billable hours behind. Level 5. Scaling Platform Owner. At 31, the finance lead drops the invoice, and the team contests $180,000 a month. Sales reps call while engineers project regional traffic across the wall. You cross the startup floor during morning stand-ups. At the branded office sign, you unlock the glass conference room. You approve reserved capacity before peak usage arrives. Engineers defend the costly background job timeline, and you challenge it. You hear agents handling renewal panic in the support bullpen. On the kitchen display, data pipelines pulse while you watch. Annual plans fund capacity before customer spikes arrive. You question the vendor pushing premium logging over lunch. You hand the company card to the new FinOps lead. Before renewal season, customer success pods pull you into account reviews. Engineers crowd the incident timeline under blue lights. You answer the auditor asking for access trails. You choose slower storage for non-critical customer logs. At the pricing board, you separate usage fees from support tiers. You review feature queues against the sprint room task wall. In the lobby, the enterprise prospect demands guarantees, and you face him. You uncover forgotten data transfer draining the margin. The finance lead demands cuts before payroll closes, and you face the numbers. You slam the marker cap down at the table. Retention data guides you as you rank expensive features. You reserve the private conference room for cloud negotiations. Support agents watch queues flash while sales celebrates annual contracts. You point the team toward the waste heat map. On the cost control board, you order waste hunted before new growth. Level 6. Enterprise Cloud Operator. At 38, bank command centers watch your failover, and income crosses $900,000 a month. You roll through the airport terminal before sunrise. At headquarters, cloud executives wait while you enter. You answer the CIO questioning uptime promises. You explain uptime premiums by naming redundant regions and staffing. During shift change, hospital IT leaders ask for reassurance, and you give it. You watch global support handoff across time zones.
At the traffic shift lever, you order site leaders to move enterprise traffic early. Engineers route regional load from one continent to another. You face the bank security chief challenging breach simulation. You host clients inside the private customer war room. Before sunrise, the hotel curtain frames the city while you review incidents. You weigh white glove support against noisy customer demands. The commitment discount slide lays out years of cloud costs. You face the cloud provider executive pressing for commitment. Hospitals and banks observe the outage drill together. You step into a board meeting between flights. At the account risk grid, you assign sales engineers. You hear the founding engineer threaten to quit.
Through the loading dock door, the exhausted engineer walks out, and you follow. You hear him refuse another weekend war room. Energy cans crowd the incident bench after escalations. You deploy enterprise security staff around key accounts. Global rotations split the escalation load after you redraw coverage. You make the apology call from the jet bridge. At the resilience briefing table, you sell survival instead of features. Level 7, Hyperscale Cloud Founder. At 46, keynote runway lights rise as ownership clears $6 million a month. You lift both hands toward the rising conference tiers. Through headquarters, the suspended globe installation hangs above you as you pass. You launch the product live before enterprise architects. Enterprise renewals compound, and finance records the marketplace fees. You answer the regulator's latency question without breaking stride. In the secured shuttle, you ride between engineering hubs. From the curved balcony, you watch an operations theater display continents. You negotiate capacity credits with cloud provider presidents. At the Walnut Suite doors, board staff greet you before you enter. You choreograph regional failover drills through site leaders. SRE captains change command, and colored incident tokens move hand to hand. You greet customer councils by name before breakfast. Before the retired alarm beacon, you stop in silence. You exhale once beneath the remembered incident siren. Analysts press for trust after outages, and you face them. You turn customer fear into renewal commitments on stage. Regional operations centers answer in sequence on the mosaic wall. You step through the glass conference arch bearing the company name. Alliance team lapel pins surround provider meetings. You tour the sealed demo chamber with hospital executives. With the founder access medallion, you claim the whole owned promise. You laugh outward as engineers flood the aisle. Beside cheering interns, you touch the cracked dorm laptop. You accept applause from customers, engineers, and provider chiefs. Around your platform, operators light a panoramic traffic halo across the world.